Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Monday Morning Mojo. This is my regular Facebook Live, and I'm hoping that I'm just trying to share my video. Okay, turn off the sound because I don't want to hear myself. Okay, so please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're watching from. My lighting looks a little off. Let's see what we can do to brighten that up for you guys. All right, so pull that in a little closer, get my lighting all. I think that's better. Okay, so this morning I just have a few announcements. Hello, Anne, thanks for joining. The starter kit, the Join Stampin' Up! Opportunity. As always, it's always a great time to join the Stampin' Up! Family and get a discount on all of your products, as well as be part of an amazing community of crafters. No experience. You cannot say, oh, I can't do what you do. There are so many resources out there, so many different ways to get creative. Good morning, Carol. Thanks for joining. That all you have to do is love to stamp and create, and you are the perfect person. So during Sale-a-bration, besides you pay $135, you get $165 worth of product in your kit. During Sale-a-bration, they always offer an extra added value to that starter kit. And this January and February, this ends February 28th. It's a little shorter this year. You are going to get, besides the extra $30 of product, there's never any shipping on it. And in most of the provinces, there are no taxes on the starter kit. But during Sale-a-bration for January and February, you get 5 packages of designer series paper. Yes, 5 packages worth another $78.75. These are all new designer series papers that will be in the new annual catalog that comes out in May. You're getting these for free. That's right, free. All of this amazing designer series paper. Beautiful patterns, colors. It's all of the color families, plus the in color, the 2022 in color 6x6. So an extra $78.75 because each package is worth $15.75. So it is quite a bargain to sign up. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. I would be happy to answer any questions you may have or any concerns. And you can live anywhere in Canada and be part of my team. So that is my first. Next up, the Paper Pumpkin. Subscription period is right now. The February kit is called Bouquet of Hope, and it is sympathy and support cards. Good morning, Monica. Thanks for joining this morning. It gets delivered somewhere around the 16th of the month. It is $30 plus tax, or during Sale-a-bration, why not try 3 months, do a 3-month subscription, and you would get a free Sale-a-bration item. Speaking of If you don't have either one of these fabulous catalogs, today's card will be using products from both the mini catalog and the Sale-a-bration brochure. If you don't have either of these and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you currently work with and would like a copy, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to get one in the mail to you. All right, last announcement. Over the Border. Thank you so much, everybody that took Diana and I's Hello Dear Friend kit class this past Saturday. It was our very first class of our joint venture, and it was so much fun. If you don't want to miss out on any future classes, you need to look for our, sign up for our emails or look for our social media posts about our upcoming classes. Our next class is February the 27th, I believe it is. It's always the third Saturday of the month. And this next class is Hey Birthday Chick, and it will be the bundle, this adorable set that it is in the catalog right now. However, come February 2nd, they are releasing coordinating dies to go with it. So we are doing a class the end of February with this. So Diana is in the United States, and I am here in Canada. So you can, if you're a Canadian follower or an American follower, you can take one of our classes. You sign up with Diana if you are in the United States, and you sign up with me if you are here in Canada. It is a Zoom class that is also streamed to Facebook. We have a private Facebook group for each one of our classes. So if you're not a Zoom person, you can just watch on our Facebook group. Or if you're not a Facebook person, it is on Zoom. So there's two awesome ways to take part in that. Okay, so today we are going to be creating with the Floating and Fluttering bundle. You can see I've already got the dies out. So this bundle is in the mini catalog. It is on page 61. Here we go. Floating and Fluttering. So here we are on page 61. The bundle is $63.75, so that is enough to get you a free Sale-a-bration item. Every $60 before shipping and tax gets you a free product from the Sale-a-bration brochure. So this has no sentiments, meaning you're not limited to the sentiments that are with a stamp set. You can take this gorgeous set and pair any sentiments with it. So I am pairing it with the You Are Amazing stamp set that is at the very beginning. Hello, Claire. Thanks for joining this morning. This stamp set is at the very beginning of the catalog on page 7. It is $29. Here we go, right here. It is coordinates with the You Are Amazing project kit. It's not all together. For the project kit, I've already done a video with that. The kit itself is $41, and it comes with all of your bases in that and pieces to create the cards, as well as an adorable box. But you needed to purchase the stamp set separately, and this stamp set is awesome. I love the different mix of fonts and styles of the sentiments, as well as you've got this big conversation bubble and then some fabulous stars. So that is what I have paired it up with. Move this out of my way, as I have limited space this morning, it seems. So this is the fun card that we are creating. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but of course, if you're a follower of mine, you know that wherever I can, I'm going to sneak in some Wink of Stella. So I have put some Wink of Stella on the butterfly bodies, and then around the outline of the outside of the wings. So my colors are, my go-to black is the Memento Tuxedo Black. That's my black that I use to stamp my butterflies and the leaves. And then I've got Granny Apple Green and Bermuda Bay. And to create this two-tone happy birthday sentiment is so super easy. I can't wait to show you. So let's grab all of our stuff here. So I have my piece of cardstock. Hello, Jan. Thanks for joining today. How is everybody doing today? How was everybody's weekend? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Okay, so this is one solid stamp. And the die cuts it out as a solid. However, I snipped around. I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that, because although there are dies that go with, let me reach on over here. Although there are dies for each one of those images, single dies here, they don't include the little antenna that is on the butterflies. It snips that off, and I wanted those antennas to be included. So just a little teeny tiny bit of fussy cutting, and you can get those antenna on there. Okay, so we've got our Memento. And when I am inking up a larger image, I like to flip my stamp on its back here on the block, and I like to take my ink pad to my stamp, not the other way around. So I'm just going all over, making sure that I have good coverage, and I think that should be okay. So let's bring this back in here and stamp. Now this is a photopolymer, so I like to use some type of a foam mat underneath to give it that little bit more. Okay. There we go. And then our frame here, that is inked up in Granny Apple Green. So we are going to, on the same piece of basic white cardstock, ink that up over here. All right, that to the side. Now let's do our leaves and butterflies first, because that is going to need the pierce mat. So get my leaves here. So ink that up, turn that around. So besides the class I had on Saturday, I also belong to a support group with a group of other Canadian demonstrators, and Saturday was our big team training event. It was a lot of fun. We are doing it each time a new catalog comes out. Members of this team, we get together, and all of our team members are welcome, and it's a day of free training and inspiration. either shoot a video, which I did because I already had this class booked when we chose the date. So see how easy that was to line up? And give our teams ideas with different products from the new catalog and tips and things like that. Excuse me. So that is another bonus to being part of my team, that 3 times a year you're going to get amazing training from all kinds of demonstrators that are here in Canada and part of my friend bubble. Okay, so I have stamped off with my Bermuda Bay because I want to then come in. This is actually it's like 3-step stamping, because you've got your outline, then you've got your one filler, and then you've got your highlight. So if I come in like this with my next my solid color, and I've got a hair on here, I thought I pulled all of the hairs off, and oh, it's a short little white wiry one. That is a Marshall. He is mostly black, but he does have some white. I believe people call that a tuxedo cat. And he was just in here wanting attention. Okay, so there is my one butterfly done. Get that out of my way. Then my next one is this little one here. Right, and then solid. This is so fun to build your butterfly this way. And then the last one is that there. You met me at the team event, Jan. There's so many members. It's so much fun. The next one is already scheduled, I believe, is Saturday, May 29th. It's in my calendar, and I don't have anything else in there that day, so I will be able to be live that day. Yay. So mark your calendars if you're a team member. Okay, I didn't do such a great job of lining that up, but that's okay. So you can make your butterflies any color you want with this type of stamping. All right, so we are now going to, I was working with some of this Sale-a-bration paper yesterday. I was playing for a little bit. Okay, so now we are going to come in with our happy birthday. I don't know why this cardstock is curled up there. All right, so with this, I got a couple fuzzies, so I'm just gonna, without touching the pad, I'm going to take my end of my snips and pick that up and that up. Get rid of those. You're going to ink up, and you need a sponge dauber. So you're going to ink up not at the end where the little indentation is, but this end here. So we are going to take our happy birthday, and I'm going to lift this up so I can see. You're going to decide whereabouts, how much of the granny apple and how much of the Bermuda Bay you want on your image. So I'm thinking about there. Maybe a bit more, and I need to get, oh, I'm a little wonky this morning. Okay, put this down so and get way down here, because you want to take a look at it and see, and you're being very gentle. I want just a smidge, I wanted a smidge more of that P to be covered. So move that aside and then turn it around, and then I'm going to come in with my Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to line up as close to that as close as I can. I'm hoping that you're seeing this as best as you can. All right, so we need to come up just, so we've got a line there. However, I'm going to now take, I'm pretty good, I think. I'm going to take my sponge dauber and ink it up with a granny. Make sure I've got it loaded. And I'm just going to come in at that line there, and I'm just going to go across and tap it. So it kind of softens that line just slightly. Fingers crossed. Breathe on that, because I've been working away on it. So, and then hopefully, if it's not straight, oh well, it's good enough. In the middle. Give it a moment. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for joining. All right. And ta-da! See how easy that was? And by just softening that line, it's not that harsh straight line, I think. Yay, I did it. That's my win for Monday morning. All right, close these up because I can see I've already got ink on my finger there. And now, move this out of the way, move that out of the way. We are going to bring in the Stamp, Cut, and Emboss machine. And I broke out some pretty new plates for you guys this morning, so that you're not looking at my awful, let's get this taped on here first, I guess. My awful ones that I use on a daily basis. This looks so much better. There are no marks on them where it still works just fine. However, it is so marked up. It's not, I don't know, there it is. This is my regular. Woo, it's really marked up, but doesn't affect the how it does not affect how it works, but for you to see, it's a nice clear. So I'm going to bring in my purple tape just to hold this down. So I'm going to line it up as best as I can, and I'm going to put a piece here because I don't want it to jump on me, and a piece here. So when you have a big image like that, you can easily do two different colors on it. Okay, so we are going to find the best, tightest when it's a big multiple image like this. Takes just a few moments to scooch it around and get it lined up just so. Okay, I'm hoping that is good enough, close enough is good enough, and I'm just taking my fingers and getting rid of some of that tack, some of that stick, so that it does not rip my cardstock. Washi tape, any kind of tape you have, and I can see that's shifted slightly, but fingers crossed it's going to be okay. This leaf here, whoop, looks like it's... Now, if I didn't have my camera, if I was able to be right over top of this, I wouldn't necessarily tape it as much as I am right now. All right, deep breath, everybody. Fingers crossed. Trying not to shake my table. Here we go. All right. Close that up. Goodness, I don't know what the girls are barking about up there, but I do apologize. Oh my goodness, it's a good thing I have my office door closed. It would be even louder, but the living room is right above me. So I'm hoping that it's not caused your pets to go crazy. All right, so that one's okay. And we're just popping that down. And oh, we did a decent job. So, all right. Oh, the neighbor dog is out front. That's the problem. They're like, hey, that's our yard, not yours. So we are just going to go and snip. And then I'm going to come in and clean it up a bit afterwards. All my lines. So I just want to get them apart. But you do have to be kind of careful when you're snipping these apart. So just because it's a die that cuts it solidly doesn't mean you have to keep it that way. Okay. So I'm just following the line that the one image, I'm picking the one image only to then follow the line of, because then I can go in and do a kind of sorta snip as close as possible to the shape that the die would have done had it actually cut it out. And I can't look for comments at the moment. I do apologize, but I can't cut and read at the same time. All right, so we are just going to come in where that sharp right there, the sharp is, edge, and we're just going to snip that. And right there. All right, so there's the one. Good enough in my opinion. And then my next one is this leaf here. And we're just rounding those edges. And here where it was joined as well. Come in this way to soften that edge. that's okay to me as well. I want to do all the leaves first. Okay, so this one here was attached here, 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 and here. So let's just come in this way and carefully round that a smidge. We got a teeny tiny little there. All right. Okay, one more tiny little. That one's done. All right, so then this one here, we're just going to come down and there, and we're just going to take a smidge off of here to make it so that it's a little more even. Right there. Now I'm being a little bit more persnickety than you might be, but that's okay. This should have been over a little further, but I'm saying it's good enough. And then this little butterfly here, we just need to take and straighten that line out. That one's done. And then our last butterfly, we're just coming here and we're just giving it faux little bumps here that you would think, oh, that was part of it. And if we take this a smidge closer here and then come in right here and then round that out, turn the cardstock. I'm turning my cardstock, not my scissors. That is a smaller little bump there, so that looks better, in my opinion. All right, few little bumps right there. And then let's just come in here just a smidge more so that we can get that angle. All right, so there's that butterfly. And I have all these little bits of cardstock. I need to tape my grid paper down. All right, off to the garbage we go. All right, just those lights that I moved from my stamp cut and emboss machine. Okay, so now let's bring in our thick basic white base and our bone folder. And we are going to fold and burnish. Gives you a nice good crease so that it is folded nicely. Lays fairly flat like that when you really give it a good crease. And then I need my silicone craft sheet. And then we've got our Granny Apple Green and our regular basic white. So let's start to build our card. Let me just bring the original here in view for you. All right, so all of the measurements as well as product links will be on my blog post that will go live about 40-ish minutes afterwards. I always upload my Facebook Lives to my YouTube channel. So that's what takes so long for the processing. So some days YouTube is very quickly with processing my videos, and other days it does take a few minutes longer. I'm not exactly sure why. So this is the Oh So Ombre designer series paper that is from the Sale-a-bration brochure. I think it's back in stock. It is here on page 7 of your little Sale-a-bration brochure. Fabulous, fabulous designer series paper. So this is the Granny Apple Green, and then on the other side is the Blackberry Bliss. So it's Rococo Rose, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green, and Blackberry Bliss are the colors. And here you can see some of the creations that the Stampin' Up artists have done to show how you can use it. So I love adding just little bits of designer series paper here and there to my creations. It adds just that little bit more to it. All right, now this is straight down. Here on the side, I'm leaving just a little bit of the white border on the left-hand side here, and because I'm using liquid, I can just glue. I can just adjust that if I have not quite stuck it down straight enough. All right, so let's start to build here. We need, I don't have my dimensionals out. We need some dimensionals. All right, so this is going to be across here like that. And it's going to be a little wonky because of the fact that I've bumped up my layers because I've got 2 layers. I've got my designer series paper as well as my cardstock. So it's going to be not quite a flat, but I don't care about that. To me, that doesn't matter. So, all right. So we are going to go, I think my P is half on, half off of my left side layers. So see what I mean, how this is slightly higher than this side, but like I said, that does not matter to me. So I am going to just slightly soften these fibers. By the time it arrives at the intended recipient, it generally is no longer curled, but I like to do it anyways. So because this butterfly here is on my label, I only need one little mini dimensional back there. My Wink of Stella is the last thing I'm going to do because it does take a moment to dry. And I'm just going to put just a little bit of my liquid glue there. And we are attached because this has been in my, this one here has been in my stack of cards because I actually created this card the middle of December. It's taken me that long to get around to showing you. So same here, I'm just going to give just one side, then the other. So we've got a little bit of movement there. And this one here, it's going to be right like that. So we just need a little bit of the liquid there. Hello, Brenda, Kathy, Becky. You love this card. Well, thank you, Carol. All right, so there. And then this cute little butterfly here, one side. And then the other. I like to do this because my mind, I can see the butterflies in my backyard in the summer, all around the flowers and plants, and they're never still, they're always moving. So I like to imagine what they would be doing. So they're fluttering, right? Okay, so I have to glue these down first, so I just decide whereabouts. So they are going to, my two leaves are going to be right there. When I'm creating with something that would have movement, like a hummingbird, dragonfly, butterfly, I like to always give the edges of their wings just that little curl so that it mimics that movement that they would be having. Okay, so then, oh, and there goes the girls again. I apologize once again. I hope it's not too loud and distracting. I don't mind watching videos where there's kids crying or yelling or laughing, dogs barking. It doesn't generally bother me because I live in a house where dogs are generally always barking. And then this one here, we are going to just tuck it just under like that so that that butterfly is, we've got some greenery behind there. And a little tip, because I've got just that smidge of white showing, you can take, if it bothers you, if it doesn't bother you, that's fine. But because I've stamped it with Memento, I can take my dark Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blend, and I can fill that in ever so lightly, just coming in and just touching my cardstock, and ta-da, there is no white. And you cannot tell that I took a alcohol-based marker and just filled that in a bit. So remember that little tip the next time you're stamping. If you've got blends, alcohol-based markers, you can easily do that and just fix that little bit. Pull that out just that little bit. So now our next, wait, before we do that, I was about to come in with my blends, but nope. We have to come in with some bling because I do like my bling. So I'm going to go my triangle shape. It is more visually appealing to the eye, and threes, odd numbers. And I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool with my rhinestones. All right, 2, and up here for my third. It just helps frame that little bit of with that little bit of bling. So now I'm going to take my my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to, once it dries, you can't see it quite so much, but I am just going to go around the outside. I think it just darkens that ink up and adds, because like you can see the top of this has the Wink of Stella, the bottom does not. So I think it just makes that just that smidge darker. And good morning, Diana. You're up very early to be catching me live. Maisie has the barking crazies this morning. I do apologize. That girl, some days. Oy. All right, so all I've done is the outside line, but I think that just adds that little bit to it, and I can't help myself. Wink of Stella is my favorite embellishment, so I'm going to use it wherever and whenever I can. So there, and it doesn't take that long to add. It does take a moment or two to dry, so that's why I like to do it the very last thing I'm doing. I'm going to turn so that the image that I am going over is right in front of me. I'm not reaching as I've got my phone and my lights right in front of me. So does anybody have this bundle, the Floating and Fluttering? Have you used it much? I have not used it too much. I created this card and another back in the middle of December, like I said, and I haven't come back to it. So I will, now that I am doing this with you guys today. Okay, I'm going to come in and that antenna, and that antenna. Okay, so there we have that beautiful happy birthday card with the Floating and Fluttering, and You Are Amazing stamp set. So, all right. So there you have that. Remember, this is available right now in my online store. Please use this month's host code when shopping with me. And if you would like more information on joining my Stampin' Up family, please reach out and ask. I'd be happy to have a little chat with you. And remember about Diana and I's Over the Border February class. Just bring that in once again. So if you live in Canada and are a fan of Diana Gibbs' work, you can totally take the class with her by signing up to take it through me, be part of that. Remember, it is Hey Birthday Chick, it's the bundle. It's the end of February. I will be sending out an email either later today or tomorrow morning with all the details on it. So be looking for that. All right, I have nothing else for you today. I'm just looking to see if I have any questions. Di has a crazy busy day today. My day next, actually, I have my workout clothes on. I am doing my very first workout in Oh my goodness, over a year. So wish me luck, guys. I have gotten very lazy. A while ago, quite a while ago, I used to work out 2 times a week with a trainer and run 3 times a week. And I do nothing now. So it's time for me to practice some self-care and look after my health and well-being. So I'm going to do a Zoom workout. So that's why I am not in my video today. I have my workout clothes on, my hair is in a pony, and yeah. Your elbow gets a workout from bringing food to your mouth, Di. Well, that's basically all my workout has been. So for far too long, it's time for me to get at it again. So thanks everybody so much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely day. Remember to share my video. Sharing is caring. It's how I reach more crafty friends. And please click that like button if you're watching the replay on YouTube, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. If you liked this, give me some hearts on Facebook. It's how Facebook sends out my page to recommend to others, so that way I find more crafty friends. All right, guys, that's it for me for today. I will see you next time. Bye for now.